Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to Exanima. Exanima is a 3D isometric RPG that's come out on early access on Steam, but more importantly it's also came out on the in development part of GOG, which is what really drew it to my attention because they've kind of focused on they actually curate the games that go into early access, so I paid attention to it more than I would. And it seems to be it's properly different. It has it's fully simulated combat. It seems to be very hard, very unforgiving. Almost, I wouldn't say roguelike, but it's sort of permadeath, definitely. Fully interactable environments. But the thing that really stuck out to me is, apart from it looking really nice, is how different the combat is. And how the combat is very much skill-based, unlike loads of other games in the 3G sort of RPG way. It's very much down to literally what you do as a player. I'm going to do my best to go through it. I'm fairly blind. I haven't done much of this. I've pottered around the first level. I haven't even finished the first level yet. But I've just been pottering around. And I die a lot because the combat's well, I'll just show you what I mean. Arena is there if you want to practice your combat. I'm not going to do that, although I recommend anyone who wants to play this game for any period of time to spend some time in Arena, at least the practice modes, and just get a handle on combat, because the combat is very different. Right, new game. You can first of all pick your class. I think last time I checked, Unknown was still crashing the game because it was very new, and there hasn't been a patch since then. So I'm not going to do Unknown. You can pick Knight, which is, you'll have limited combat experience, but thanks to your family as well if you were able to train, purchase the equipment, and become knighted. It is easy mode, as far as I can wear, because you start off in full plate armor with a mace. With a good mace. That's fairly easy mode. Then you have the Proctor. You are sworn to uphold the law of Ardent, and you carry the king's authority over all. The king has been petitioned to stop a series of abductions occurring in the villages of Benston and Pern. A proctor was sent before you, but she has not reported back and is considered missing. Or, you start as a regular villager. You're a cobbler of notable skill in the village of Pern. From time to time you travel to nearby villages in an effort to expand your market. On the latest such occasion, you were ambushed during the trip. Your assailants appeared to have no interest in your goods. They abducted you without giving reason. I'm pretty sure the proctor starts with a sword. I'm going to start as the villager, because the villager starts with pretty much nothing. The clothes on his back, and that's about it. So I think it makes for the nicest progression of actually because I played a bit with a knight, and every time I found something new, I was like, I could put this on, or I could just keep my plate mail, my plate armor, and my mace. Whereas because you start with nothing, the villager, just basic clothes, anything you find of use is immediately useful to you. Another game that this is likened to is Ultima Underworld, in a way which I found quite interesting. Anyway, so the character creation is fairly straightforward. Male, female. There is nudity in the game, in the sense that if I take off the shirt of a female, you will see breasts. Just be aware of that. Which is very interesting. Actually, I'm not sure how YouTube's going to deal with that, so I might just not do that at all. You choose here. Everything's on a scale, so you can choose between brawny and thin, sort of brawny and sort of lean, and then sort of thin and fat. So you can go from that angle to over here, to over there, to over there, and you kind of want to go. You can do whatever you want, really. You can properly play someone new. I haven't actually checked if this makes a difference. I'm going to put myself fairly on here, I think. You're a cobbler. Okay, he's a cobbler. Okay, so it is manual labor, although it's not that. It's a bit sedentary manual labor. It's not like a wood. If he was like a woodsman, he'd be like up here somewhere. But it's cobbler, so he makes shoes. So he is banging stuff for a living. It's not easy making shoes back in those days, but it is sitting down work a lot of the time. But then again, he's not rich. He's not eating that much food. Bang in the middle. No. I'm gonna put you over here. You're gonna be like over here, a bit muscular, but a bit tubby as well. Or you can go the other way. You can go like malnourished, because he's a cobbler. He's a good cobbler, but it's a cobbler. He makes shoes for a living. Okay, I like that. Okay, you can go for age as well. You can go for, which gives you a bit of a paunch apparently. He's a cobbler. If you're a trained cobbler, you get a bit of age. You're tall. You're gonna quite short. You can be median height, I think. A bit short. You're gonna work in cramped conditions. Skin tone, again, on a scale, you can go from like very very white to very very dark, all the way around. Let's go over here, shall we? You want to go down here? This is kind of tanny, kind of. It's kind of a more tan look. I like this down here. Okay, again you have your choice of voices. You can't speak, but again you have combat noises. Like, well, let's see, 9 choices, each of which you can adjust the pitch of. So ultimately it makes no difference to me. Facial hair on or off. Would be nice to have a beard slider, but you don't. Wavy or straight hair. Hair color. Go for something red, shall we? Which apparently this looks like that. It's kind of hard to tell the red color, the red hair, and the early game at least is very, very dark colored. So let's go for straight hair. Fairly, wow. This is like unusually photogenic cobbler. Fabio. Fabio the cobbler. Wavy hair, Fabio. And give yourself a ponytail as well. Kind of hard to look at the back of your head because he keeps turning to face you. I do believe you have exactly the same hairstyles as a woman, I think. As females. Go. Okay. That's probably okay. That's not too unusually photogenic. It's not properly combed hair. That's kind of just grown naturally with a bit of a parting. And our cobbler, at least, will be called... I'm not going to be called Nemo. Who are we going to call you? What am I going to call you? I'm going to call you... Samuel. Samuel the cobbler. Next. Then you can have your apparel, and you can just take your clothes off like that. That's basically all you start off. We started with superior leather shoes. Superior leather shoes. You are a cobbler after all. Your shoes better be good. You are a good cobbler. Your shoes better be good. A simple cloth trousers. A simple cloth shirt. And a leather belt. Now the stats are kind of interesting because, like I said, a lot of the combat is simulated. So, for example, the cloth shirt has coverage. It covers your arms. Because where something hits you, what part of the weapon hits you, where in the body it hits you, how fast the weapon is going, and all these things make a difference. Apparently, for movement, it simulates it simulates 200 muscles. There are 200 muscles inside that body simulated for movement and combat purposes. So you train your skills. I think you choose what skill you want to train, and then as you earn experience, it goes into that skill. You have no skills to start off with. I think the knight starts off with a couple skills in close combat and a skill in armor. We're gonna start in close combat. We're gonna go for I always start with fend. I'm gonna start with remise this time, which is immediately follow a swing with another in the opposite direction. They're currently no ranged combat at the moment. No meditation. I think there's no magic at the moment either. There is meant to be magic at some point. Low tier, low fantasy magic, but not in it at the moment. Anyway, let's create the game, and we'll show off what it means in Exanima. And... boff. Ow. Right, so this is Exanima. And everyone walks around slightly drunk because of the... simulation, that's the word. Okay, so, controls. Usually when you walk around, you can just hold the right click to move around. If you hold it far away, you'll run. Also go wherever it's facing. You can also use WSAD, but WSAD operates as tank movement. So it's W to go forward, S to go back. Relative to where your character is facing. If I turn my character to face the bottom, and I press W, he goes down. Okay? Good. That gets very interesting in combat as well, because your character will look at your mouse, and WSD is relative to your character.
It's very different. If you expect W to go up here, that's not going to happen. Right. You can also move the camera around. Quite full 360. You can have a bit of vertical angle in it as well. And everything is interactable. Like, as long as you can reasonably lift it up, it's interactable. Okay, let's pick this up. Let's pick up a torch. You have a torch. Click and hold to pick it up. You can move it around. Lighting is dynamic lighting. You have a range where you can pick things up. Like, you have a range to interact with things. The shadows are nice as well. Okay, if I hit C, is it C? It's I. C is meant to be crouch, I think. I got my inventory. You get 2 weapon choices, but also, boom. There you go. My character is now holding the torch. Let's go exploring the room, shall we? We're in a room, a barren room. It doesn't seem to be anything in here, but we can have a look around. Right. The terrain is fully interactable, as long as you can reasonably lift it up. So, chairs, you can move them out the way. They're physics modeled, so I can put chairs on other chairs and they'll roll off. So move things out the way to check this. You can move things out the way to check this thing. You can have, when you're holding something, WSAD lets you rotate it, the object, so I can make the chair stand up. So if you have patience, you can probably set up a table and things. There doesn't seem to be anything in this corner. However, there is like broken things which you could use as weapons if we so wanted to. I'm not going to pick that up because there is something else in this room I can use as a weapon. The rooms are not procedurally generated. They specifically said, the devs, that they want to tailor the experience. Some of the loot is, but the rooms are not. Barrels are too heavy to be picked up. Although that is a barrel lid, which is a shield. So you can use a barrel lid as a basic shield. Barrel lid. The lid of a barrel could be used as a crude shield. So we already have a shield. And actually, look at the angle. Look at that. Put the shield on. He lowers the torch, and that changes the lighting as well. I think this is fantastic. What else do we have here? We have a club with wooden debris with nails protruding from it. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty nice. We also have a 2x4, which I actually can't. If you can't drag it in here, you can't carry it. What else do you have here? Ah, this is what I usually use. I usually use the metal stake. And so secondary. If we go to secondary, I'm going to make that this. My primary is going to be my torch and the stake, I think. Torch and stake as primary weapons. Then my secondary weapons is going to be shield and stake. And I think it's X to swap between them? What is the swap between them? Toggle inventory, switch with R. Yeah. Right. And you can move around because of this stuff here. I don't think there's anything else in this room. Actually, to be honest, I hadn't found the shield until just now. I knew there was a stake in the room. I hadn't found the shield or that club yet. So we can look inside boxes. I think most of the stones are movable apart from this one. There's another stake in this box here. Sadly, when you pick something up, it loses all like links to whatever it had before. So you can't lift a box and the things in it. If you can lift a box, it'll drop everything in it. You can also pick up the box, flip, turn it around, and cover it. Boom. It's hidden. Right. There doesn't seem to be anything else in this room, as far as I can tell. So let us leave the area. Now, combat in this game, I know that it's very different, but also a lot of the times it's kind of optional, especially in the early game. Not everyone will attack you. Like, a lot of people apparently play the game and make the assumption that everything is hostile, and they will go after everything. And that can often lead to a lot of deaths. Anyway, this is a door. How do you open a door? Well, you pull the door open, of course. Click and drag to hold the door open. Same thing to close it. Right. Everything's quite dark out here. Everything's quite dark. You can zoom out quite a bit as well. There is no map, by the way. There is no map function. If you go into J, you have a journal. That I've never seen anything in the journal. Maybe when you leave the level you get some quests, but I have never seen anything in this journal other than things I can just write myself. So this might be a game where pen and paper to make a map might be useful. I have a vague idea of how this level works out because I've run through it a lot. So I think down here we have a door, which if you hear, it's going to be quite quiet, but if it's locked it'll give you a little clunky noise. So you can tell it like it's locked. It's not. I can't drag it open.
Along here... See what I mean about people walking slightly drunk? Locked door again, okay. I kind of know where I need to go for some things, but... Okay, let's see this. Right, okay, we're going up here. Let's move slightly, let's lower the camera so we can actually look forward ahead of ourselves. Okay, okay, what do we have? It's very dark. It's very, very dark, and I hope this records well. Okay, a room off to the right. What have we got in here? Ah, okay. We have what seems to be some... If you click on something, you open it up. If you double click on it, it stays open. It's a metal bar with a high amount of impact. And impact is how much force it has on impact. Balance is how easy the weapon is to maneuver. Crush is the kind of damage it does. If you go into settings and... Wow, they removed it. There used to be a button here that said, like, quick tips. But apparently they've removed that. Or maybe it's in the main menu only. I don't think I can actually get in. Oh, I can't. No, not that far. Okay. And I can't pick up any of these logs. These logs are very huge. But it breaks down what every stat means. Like, for example, if I go into my belt, belt has low coverage, has moderate impact resistance, and sort of this is all very low. I mean, I've seen things with like 4, 5 dots on them, so these are all very low. But it has some resistance to slash and piercing, and some resistance to impact. My clothes have no resistance to impact, and only some resistance to slash and piercing. Right then. If we find an enemy, I'm running back to the room with light in it, because if I want to pull my shield out, I need to put... Look, this is how dark this is. If I pull my shield out, I'm in complete and utter blackness. So, at the moment, I cannot fight with my shield out in this darkness. I have to fight either with just my weapon, and you will try to parry everything. Like, you can parry with a sword. Oh god, hello. Hello, sir. This is a zombie, and he's not hostile. Look. He's just going to walk to me. I'll step back a bit, let him out the room if he wants to come out the room. A lot of the enemies will just look at you and sort of see what you do. If you attack them, they'll attack back. Some guys will be hostile. Some guys will join in if they see other people being hostile. Okay, he seems to be okay. He hasn't seemed to do anything to me yet. Look at him for a bit. He's kind of in the way, but I'm going to walk past him. I'm going to try to walk past him. Yep, he seems to be okay with that. He's wielding a hatchet, though. So, he seems to be wielding a hatchet and just regular trousers. The trousers don't interest me that much, but the hatchet might be interesting. Although, one thing I did learn is that these are chests. It took me a long time to figure out that these were chests, and you double-click them to open them. Okay, what do we have here? A light coat. A long light coat. Okay, so if you pick that up, we put that on top of our shirt. We are wearing our shirt underneath that, so we have a little bit more defense. Again, it's not much, just a little bit more against slashing damage, but it adds up. If they get through the coat, they have to go through the tunic as well, so hopefully that'll help out a bit. That out a bit. Hello, sir, you're wandering around. Okay, I understand that. That's fine, you can wander around, I'm not going to stop you. He's definitely a zombie, right? Or at least he's extremely gaunt and emaciated. I wish I could get a look at his face. You can't talk to him. You can't do anything to talk to him, they don't talk. Apparently there is dialogue in the game. I'm not sure if that's planned or in the game, but I haven't been able to talk to anyone yet. Everyone seems to be just a zombie in this level. Okay, open the door. Hang on. There's someone on the other side of that door. I can't quite... Ah, yeah. That person there is angry, so I'm not going to go in there. That person there is not the happiest person in the world, so I'm not going to touch that right now. What about you? Oh, there's light in here, so this is a room I could fight in, probably. Okay, so what do we have here? We got some boxes. Nothing on the wall so far. Barrel. Bucket, not barrel. Put the bucket in the thing. I can't pick up that. No, I can't. Okay. Okay, nice and slow does it. What's in here? Hello? What do we have in here? Let's see what we have in here. Let's close the door behind me so I don't get surprised. If you close the door... Oh god, someone with a sledgehammer there, isn't it? Okay, let's not close that door. We might have to run away. Sledgehammer, slow weapon,
but does a lot of damage. Okay, what can I see in this room from up top here? I can see loads of these metal spikes. No chests as far as I can make out. I don't think any items here. That guy doesn't seem to be hostile so far, but I'm not going to rush it because there's somewhere else I need to go first. Oh god. Sir, I'm going to close the door on you. Zombies can't... I say zombies because I've been told that's what they are. Hello, you're new. You weren't the guy we met before. I'm going to not... Oh, okay. Someone else over there as well. Hi. No, we're fine here. I'm just exploring with a torch. I know you guys can see in the dark, but I can't. Because I know this is kind of a fixed thing. I come to this room always because this room has a very important gear in it. You can see it there on the left. This room has a compass in it. Now, this compass is very, very useful. So this is what I mean about has a very interesting like inventory system as well. You can carry everything you can put it down in here, but you have to basically dig through this stuff. These are bottles. The contents of this bottle have long ago evaporated, and I haven't found any way to fill them, so I'm not sure if they're actually of any use. So I'm just going to leave them there for the time being. Okay. Some running, some zooming out for a bit, because... Okay, what do we have over here? Okay, ooh, hello. What do we have over here? Let's see, let's look around, let's have a look around. Okay, some stuff here. Candlestick, which is a weapon, I think. I think it's a weapon. No, it's not a weapon. Okay, I thought it was a weapon. Okay, we can put that on that. Not perfect. It is leaning to the side slightly, but it'll do. What's that? That is okay. What do we have here? Get the wheel out of the way. What do we have here? This is a axle. This is some tongs. Doesn't seem to be a weapon. This is a hammer. Doesn't seem to be a weapon. Although I'd argue that a hammer would be a good weapon, but it doesn't seem to be one. Okay, I know for a fact that there's an enemy behind this door. And he kind of stops you from opening it, because he kind of physically blocks the door. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Tab to go into combat mode. I'm in combat mode now, and which is indicated by the red thing. And I kind of want to retreat to an area where I can do combat with this guy. Now, if I hit click... Oh god, this is going to be really... I didn't want to fight this guy. Usually I can't open that door because he's right behind it. So I'm moving with WSAD now, relative to my character. I'm moving to an area with plenty of room to play around in. Okay, we're here. Right. If I don't attack, my character will at least attempt... Hang on. We're in here in the light, so I'm going to bring this out. If I don't attack, if I'm not in the mode of attacking, my guy will at least attempt to block. You can see he moves the shield in the way. Oh god. If you hit space, you recenter the camera behind you, which is kind of important. It's also very important to keep your mouse on top of your enemy, because that's required for A, blocking, and B, for doing it. Okay, so if I hit click, I'll swing. If I click and hold, I'll swing from left to right. If I click and hold it again, I'll swing from right to left. Okay. If I double click, I'll do an above the head swing like he just did over there. Oh! And down I go. Down I go. Nope. Bad. I took some stamina damage and some lethal damage, which is the red bar. I'll heal the dark yellow bar normally. I will not heal the red until I find something that heals me. I have never found something that heals me. Okay. If I hold Alt, though, before I click, I'll thrust, which is usually the best thing to do with this thing. Oh god. This is not going well for me at all. Combat is very drunk. Ah, good. I got a hit on. I got a hit off on him. Ah, he got a hit off on me. Again. There you go. Got him. A lot of stabs. If I'm moving forward when I stab, if I'm moving forward and I stab, that does more damage. If I pick a weapon, for example, if I swing from left to right, so from right to left by clicking, and I turn my body from right to left as well,
That does more damage than just that. This does more damage because I'm moving faster. If I hold my mouse over my left shoulder and attack great, I can go the other way as well. Double click above the head. Double click moving forward. Double click moving. If you crouch, you can crouch in combat mode. So if you double click and hold and move forward and crouch, you can slam it against the ground. So double click, move forward, crouch. Sorry, sir. I'll put my weapons away now. Away from combat mode. My torch is now invisible. That's new. Do this again, shall we? There you go. Much better. Okay, right. What did this guy have for us? Cloth trousers and a tunic. Nothing spectacular. Actually, it's a worse tunic than ours because it hasn't got any sleeves. What was his weapon? His weapon was a metal bar. Okay, you can see that healing up there. That red will not go away. Ever. Ever is like, I haven't found an item that can heal it. Okay. Let's see what we found over here. Okay, good. Yeah, it's a toilet. It's a toilet. I don't think there's anything in the toilet. Bring the torch up to the barrel so I can see inside the barrel. No. Put that in the barrel. Put that in the toilet. Doesn't need to be. Is there anything in the toilets? I don't think there's anything in the toilets. I haven't checked. It's just a dark circle. Okay, nothing in the toilet. Okay, so that's that sorted out at least. Didn't get anything out of that fight, but at least I got to show you how the fight works. See, this is you're using a candlestick. You're definitely using a candlestick. It's the same prop. Sorry, I just walked into you there. When you get to be fair, it didn't work with him because he has a long-range weapon. But when you have people with short-range weapons, you often collide in like boxer hugs. You often collide in boxer hugs to get out of the way. Okay, ooh, there's an open doorway here. Hello, sir. I would like to get in there if at all possible. Ah, again, I went through so much of the game without knowing these things. Fine leather tunic, less arm coverage, but better stats otherwise. If I go into my inventory, I lose the light coat. I lose the light coat, which has more coverage, for the fine leather tunic. This cloth shirt. Less coverage, but more resistances. I'll take it. I'll keep the coat on me, but I'll take the light leather, the fine leather tunic. Okay. So you've gone this way. We kind of did that. That was the blacksmith's room over there, wasn't it? Okay. This is the blacksmith's room over here. Okay. What do we have over here? What do we have of any use? Ah. Okay. Something else here. This is a handsaw. A basic handsaw can help deal slashing damage. I do like the metal stick more, simply because it does more thrusting damage than that does slashing. Oh, does the same amount of thrusting damage that does slashing damage, and basically has slightly faster balance. Thrusting with a metal spike is how I got through a lot of the early game. I say early game like I've gone deep into this game. I haven't gone deep into this game, but is what I mean. What else do you have here? No chest as far as I can tell, but a lot more weapons here. What do we have here? Cage bar, balance 2, but impact 3.5, crush half. And cage bar with a spike at the end, which has a bit of thrust. I'm also very strong, because I can pick up an anvil, which overbalances the chair and knocks it over. Fantastic. Here is why I have some tongs, but this is a blacksmith's hammer, which actually is a weapon with plenty of crush and impact, but slow wielding. I'm going to take it, though. As far as I can tell, the encumbrance here only applies to stuff you're wearing, not stuff you're carrying, so you can carry whatever you want, as long as it fits in your inventory. There's some barrel hoops. Do I have access to? Can I carry the barrel hoops? Some barrel hoops, which I can't actually put in. Nope, cannot carry those. One way you can tell as well is if you drag something further than your range, it becomes an item. Whereas if you drag something you can't pick up further than your range, it just stops. That's one way to tell if you can pick something up. See, I can't pick that up. I can't pick that up. If you let go, it'll just rubber band to its previous position. Okay. Let's see now. Now we are above the door here, which was the door there. Okay.
Still like locating ourselves here. This is the door with that guy who was all attacky and stuff. I don't know if I want to deal with him. You can avoid combat as much as possible in the early game because you are not strong. If I go into K for skills, I am slowly building up skill. When that maxes out, I'll have Master Remise. Remise. Right, what do we have here? Okay, this is more. This is areas. I'm going to close this door for a second because that's more expanding. This, however, is just a short room. With anything in it? Does it have a chest? Nope, but it has some gloves. And a few rocks we can pick and a few rocks we can't. No idea why I did that, I just wanted to do that. Right, so what else do we have here? We have here some gloves, so pick the gloves up. This is a thick leather gloves. Some encumbrance, they're actually heavy. Some coverage, some impact, some slash, some pierce. Boom. I think encumbrance is done as an average of what you're wearing, so you can wear it quite a bit without it encumbering you. And you have a skill in the armor tree that lowers encumbrance. Okay, so I know that's further ahead, so what's over here? I think there's nothing else here apart from a locked door. I think it's a locked door. Is the door locked? No, it's not a locked door. So I'm going to close that down. I'm going to explore the other side first. No, it's closed. Okay. So early game, it's all about getting yourself some equipment. Because you start off, unless you start off with a knight, in which case you don't need any equipment, because you start off with greaves, plate mail, a chain vest under the plate mail, some gauntlets. The only thing you don't have is a helmet. And because you also have a spectacularly fine mace, and the skills to wear the armor without encumbrance. Some handsaw over there. After a while, you start noticing things you can pick up and things you can't pick up. Like, let's get this out of the way. I don't think there's anything over here, right? Nope. Anything under there, under those shelves? No, we're good. These logs aren't. I can't pick up the logs, but they are physics modeled. If I put some more wood there, it does move the big logs. I think like they've done a stupendous amount of work with the engine. I'm not sure how much content's in the game yet, but the engine is pretty damn good. It looks really nice as well. Apparently it's a prequel to another game. What's this? These are pillars, these are pikes, these are slats of wood I can't pick up. Okay. Okay, that wasn't actually another room. Huh. Hello, sir, you with the hatchet. Let's not touch the hatchet, shall we? Hatchet guy is not someone I feel like messing around with. So where haven't we explored yet? We haven't explored the other side of that blacksmith's room, and we haven't explored the room with the angry guy. The room with the angry guy, I know for a fact doesn't have anything in it, or at least didn't have anything in it last time I checked. Now that I know what chests looked like, I haven't been there since that, so... You, however, there is no way to the room on the other side unless I go via this room. Oh dear. Here he is. Okay, let's have one more fight. Tab. Tab. Ooh. Okay. Ah. Ow. He didn't quite glance. It was a glancing blow. Ah. Oof. A lot of boxer hugs. See, that works. If I hold Alt, click, and then move forward. Oh, tap. Okay. R, give me a shield. It's gonna be a little bit dark to fight, but I'd much rather trust the shield with blocking. Let him swing. It's a heavy weapon. Let him swing. Up. Into the leg. Like where you hit happens. Like I haven't really got good at aiming my hits yet. I'm just focusing on actually getting hits. Ah, see, I missed the strike there. Ah, there you go. And down you go. Right. Tab away. What do we have here? Cloth shirt, suede shoes, cloth trousers. Are they blue suede shoes? Dunno. And a sledgehammer, which you can pick up. Not really going to use a sledgehammer. It's as high on impact, very low on balance. Wait.
I think weight also impacts impact. Like a heavy weapon will do more damage if you swing it based on a crush and pierce than a light weapon will do. As far as I'm aware. Like the other games I've seen that do like this level of like simulation, things like Dwarf Fortress, but they do that with purely with numbers, whereas this one does it with skill. Like actually matches what you do. And it took me a lot of deaths to... Oh, hello. What do you have here? It's a double-handed axe. A two-handed axe. An old and rusty two-handed axe. Which is some slash. Way less impact, though, but it's some slash. Okay. Things are still progressing. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it quits for now. Let me know what you guys think. I think I've had great fun so far in this game. I haven't done anything. It's just exploring the world is truly fun, and combat is very interesting, and it's very different from anything else I've ever done before. I will catch you guys next time. Let me know what you think. See you then. Bye.